welcome to another Demarcation Media Lego set review. I'm really excited for today's review because I finally have the Marvel minifigure pack that was originally it was going to be a Bricktober promotion, and then there was all the mess with Toys R Us closing, and then Lego finally brought it as a promotional item for 3 days in March. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. I've been waiting since before October when it first leaked to get it, and it's been quite the wait. So I have it here. It is still sealed, and I'm really excited to get it opened up. So let's just take a quick look at the packaging and then get straight to the minifigures. So this was a promotional item to fill in some gaps in the Lego Infinity War minifigure lineup. So you got Thanos up in the corner with the Infinity War branding, 22 pieces. Notice there is no Toys R Us logo. There's only limited edition. That's usually where the Toys R Us logo would go. Just, you know, pretty typical stuff. It's a cool packaging setup for sure. Bunch of stuff nobody reads, and then on the underside you have the Lego version of Thanos, so that's pretty cool. And there's a plastic sleeve over this whole thing, so we're gonna have to cut some tape to get this open. So my usual knife is, I don't know, packed away somewhere, so we're gonna be using this instead. I don't want to damage this box because I probably will use it as display or storage maybe. And oh, we got some tape on the other side here. There we go. Let's close up the knife. It should just there we go. And it slides right off. That's what that looks like. And there we go. Now I need to figure out how to get these out. Alright, so there we go. From left to right we have War Machine Mark IV, Wong, Tony Stark, and Bucky / Winter Soldier / White Wolf. It was kind of difficult to get them out of here. You had to kind of worm them out. They weren't really just sitting in there. They were actually stuck in there. And they do come all pre-assembled, even War Machine's little gun pack kind of thing. So it's similar to like the Nightmare Batman accessory pack that I reviewed. There will be a link for that in the description if you want to go see that. So let's just go and get a closer look at these, starting with Bucky. So Bucky finally gets his own face. The Civil War version used Star-Lord's, and it really didn't fit at all. That minifigure was great, except for the face. And now that's been remedied here with this new exclusive face that looks really good. It actually looks similar to Keeley from The Hobbit, but it's a little bit more, you know, Winter Soldier specific. There's his weapon. It really doesn't resemble his gun from Infinity War in the slightest, but I mean, hey, at least they included something. There's that face, stern, fits Bucky, and then on the back, angry, so that's cool. We have some arm printing here. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but it seems like it's wrapping around the back a little more than usual. I've seen this on a couple others that I've seen reviewed, where it looks lower down and off to the side more. Come on, focus. So yeah, I don't know if that's purposeful or not, but it does look pretty cool with the gold print. The torso print looks really nice. The legs are dual molded, and you've got a holster on that one side, and the straps wrap around the side really, really nicely. So that's awesome. And then on the back, you have some more printing. Maybe that's a spot that a gun could attach to. I don't know, but you can see the printing is all very nice and thick. So yeah, that's great minifigure. Really great minifigure. And probably better than he would have been if he were included in, say, one of the normal sets. Next up is Tony Stark in his jogging outfit. I don't know if Lego had to work off of concept art, because in the movie his suit was black with red. Here they have kind of a gray with some orange. It has the same overall look, but it's just not the right color. But it does look awesome anyway, and it has this like silver camo look. He's got his nano unit housing. There's like the hood thrown back. He's got arm printing on both arms, so that's cool. And then you got the hood on the back, more camo. He has a new face, so he's confident on one side. And then this is when the Black Order shows up. So that's pretty cool. They decided to go for the spiky hair this time, and Tony Stark's hair changes so much it's hard to get it down with one hairpiece. So this one works, or you can use that one if you prefer that look, or you can go all the way back to the very first one they used and use that one. Really, whatever you prefer. I really like this hairpiece, so that was a good inclusion, at least for me. Here is Wong, who is a character I know there was a lot of people clamoring to get him in a set, and they were really disappointed when the Sanctorum battle didn't include him. I think he looks pretty good, though I have to say out of all of these figures, he is my least favorite, just because I'm not really a fan of Doctor Strange in general. But he does look really nice, though I did think that when I first saw him, his torso was on backward, because it kind of looks like shoulder blade. That crinkling looks like shoulder blade printing, but it is not. That is the back. But this is still a really great figure. His accessory, it's a tile. I've heard that it's a book. I don't remember the name, but hey, it's a cool piece. Wong himself has dual molded legs. He has side leg printing on both sides, and this kind of blue cloth here wraps around the side so well. Like, it really looks like custom, like really high-end custom printing. So that's awesome. The one thing I'm not so sure about is the fact that he is bald. His face looks okay, but I don't know if having him be bald was quite right, because he did have hair in the movie, but it was very short, so I have a few hair pieces to try. I don't know. That doesn't seem quite right. I have a black version of the same one. Ignore the gray printing around the sides. I couldn't find a plain black one. That also still doesn't look right. Maybe going with bald was the right choice. There was one little quality control issue I wanted to talk about real quick before we moved on. Right over there, it's really small. There's like a bit of red in the blue. And then over here, you can kind of see the line of it. The blue is on the brown. Like, what's up with that? They like missed the firing of their machine. I mean, you can see a little bit of an anomaly up on the middle of the hip piece, that would be fine. But this is just kind of weird. It doesn't stand out too badly, but for an exclusive pack like this, that's just a weird little quality control issue that I really think they could have avoided. Last but most certainly not least, we have War Machine Mark IV. This is obviously the fourth iteration of the War Machine armor, and it was pretty impressive in the movie. I think it shares the same faceplate as the previous one from Civil War. Maybe the added printing on the sides is new, but everything else about this figure is new. The torso printing is new. There's a bunch of red, which only shows up when his weapons are deployed, so that's really cool. Nice leg printing. No dual molding. I don't know. Dual molding might have been nice, like having some gunmetal gray on the side, but it looks good as is. And there's arm printing, which is awesome. You can see his little, well, in the movie they're actually quite large. Machine guns on his forearms. He's a little star. Some mechanical detail. On the other side, let's just pop that off for now. He has some numbers, more machine guns, and you saw his gun. This is supposed to represent his ever-present big, like, Gatling gun that's over his shoulder. It's built like this, and they actually have it in the package like tilted down so it's level, which is interesting. I didn't think Lego would do like crooked pieces, but they did, and it works. Let's see. A new face for Rhodey, finally. I don't know why they haven't been using the one from Iron Man 3. That was a great face, but they went with Cyborg's face, which didn't really fit quite right. There's the helmet. There's the face. There is no hair included for Rhodey, but you could use that, or you could use something like that. I think that would probably work better, just without the gray. And then there is the heads-up display face, similar to what Mark 50 had, and that is a first. Rhodey's never had a heads-up display before, so that looks really good. Really, really good. And let's... Whoa. Well, that just fell right off. I don't know if that was... Okay. Hopefully that's not an issue of having this fall off, because these are made of the kind of collectible minifigure plastic, which some people say is cheaper. It does have a different look, but personally I've found it to be more sturdy. Like the minifigures made of that plastic don't crack as often. There is the back print. Very, very nice, especially since you usually have the backpack, so it's usually covered up by the neck bracket. But yeah, that's really cool. This one's probably my favorite out of the whole pack, especially since this is the first War Machine I've gotten. I've wanted to get one since the very first War Machine, but I just haven't for some reason. So after a little bit of fiddling, it seems the visor falling off easily is kind of a frequent issue. You kind of pop it up, and then when you go to pop it back on, when it hits the little bump, go up like that, and then it falls off. So just be aware of that. If you pull it up too high, it will pop off quite easily, and it would really stink to have it pop off and fly who knows where. So yeah, just be aware of that. So there you have it. That is the Marvel Bricktober minifigure pack, and I just gotta say it's probably the best Bricktober pack that has ever been made. Yes, it even surpasses the pack that had the different variants of Batman, because Batman is DC and Marvel is, well, Marvel. especially since this particular pack fills in some really big gaps from the Infinity War set lineup. I heard some people saying, I think it was like removing Tony and putting in Scarlet Witch. I don't know. I don't agree with that. I think this looks great, and I'm really glad we got another kind of plainclothes Tony, since I think the last one was the Malibu Mansion attack, and that one's pretty expensive now. Well, I guess price-wise, this doesn't really help the people that don't have either, because this is still, as far as I know, really expensive on the aftermarket. So this set is awesome, and I highly recommend it, but I don't know if I can recommend it for $70. It's kind of like a pack of 4 Silver Centurions. Like, yeah, I don't know if the price is going to come down any now that this was a promotion in the US. I just don't know. But if you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend you do that. Just don't pay $70 for it, though. Not worth it. Even though that War Machine is basically Silver Centurion level detail. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. And drop a comment down below what you think of this elusive exclusive. I'll see you next time.